Good morning, it's Friday the 17th of January. I'm just thinking about what I'm doing for the rest of the day. So I'm currently working on the bay window. I have here the Jambs. So I have exterior masonry and then an interior of structural insulation, which is ready to be fixed into place. The exterior jambs, they've been fixed to the wall via a wall starter, and you can see at the top there I have resin rods at each join to hold them securely in place. So that's all attached to the wall. And what I will be doing eventually is fixing these into place. The plan is just to use adhesive to bond it to the exterior jambs and the wall, and this forms the window opening, the rough window opening for the bay window. So it's kind of the setting out done for the jambs. So next I'm thinking about the mullions, which I'm working on here. So I've spent the last few days working out how to cut these. So here we've got the exterior masonry on the stores for the bay window. And the plan with these is to cut vertically, and I'll have on top of this a flat cut to bond the two together, and on each I'm having stainless steel rods going up through the centers on each side, going fully up the mullions to the lintel. So the plan for today is to cut these mullions. I've worked out the way I'm going to do that, and put them into place. I do have more of a complicated cut on this flat piece here, which will be just one shape, not separate parts. So I'll probably have to do that tomorrow. So I'm going to spend some time now choosing the blocks and setting out the work. So I've done my tidying up and I've set out the blocks that I'm ready to cut. So I have a cut list. This is the mullions shape I'm cutting to. Some test pieces I did. So I need to set the angle. So that's the first cut, which is 27.75. which then I've marked that on the table saw. And then I'm setting the fence of the table saw the required distance for that cut. So I do that cut first and then turn it around to finish it off. Then I'm doing that for all of the blocks, and the last cut I need to do is a bit of trimming, which is going that way. So not too difficult. The faces that will be seen of the blocks are this side, that side. So I've chosen the blocks that have the best faces there, and these are the bits that are being cut off, and at the back it's being trimmed. So I've selected the best blocks that I can find. Although it's been rendered anyway, it's not so much of a problem. I think that's all ready and set up now. I messed around with my angle, and I think that's ready to go. Block's now done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8. I need one more, which I'm taking from this pile of 2 there, which didn't come out quite right. I need one of those cutting into thirds for the top bit, so I've got enough straight section there on the cut. So the next thing is to cut that little join the other end, turn the blocks around and move the fence. Move the fence to exactly where it needs to be. Do one cut, check, and then if it's okay, repeat the same fence measurement. So this is the selection of cuts after the first two cuts. So the final cut I need to do is across there, reduce the depth by 10 millimeters. So that'd be, I think, a straightforward cut. All set out, ready to go. Now I've got the final cut, which is a bit of a chore. I've got a straight cut going up to there, but I need to trim this off using handsaw. So that's all the mullions now cut. I need to do some sanding and trimming. For example, some cut marks on some of the mullions towards a particular end. So I'll just level that out. Those cut marks are all on the hidden side anyway, so you wouldn't see them from the face. Right, so as always at this time of day, this time of year, it's getting dark. So finishing up, I'm going to think about the placement of these. I'm going to put them in place. But the next step after this is to do the flat mullions. So that'll be apparent in the next video, but I've got a more complicated shape I need to cut out, which is more like that. So yeah, as you can see, it's flat, and that's going on top of these to bond them together. So that's the day's work done. Final sneak peek before I finally go home. So these are the mullions in place, not fixed or anything. I'm just seeing what they look like, and for the first time I can get a sense of the rough opening for the windows. So the jambs are there, that sets the height. These will be cut, but the height is currently going to be up to there. And same with those. Cut the mullions up to height there. I've got enough of the blocks for there. Now on these are the verticals, but at each level I've got a flat mullion which is going to bond both sides. Just a sneak peek before I finally get home, so I just put these in place, just see what they look like. So you can see the front hedge, it's going to be rendered anyway. That's typically at the edges, that's where there'll be some beading that the render would be protected by. And that's one of the blocks of insulation which would be on the internal side, like what I've got there.